to my brain, my heart, sports talk with Mike. So for episode 38, it was a two-parter. I went through the NHL teams to see how far away they are from winning the Stanley Cup. In part one, I went from Anaheim to Montreal, and the second one from Nashville to St. Louis or San Jose. So now I only have 5 teams left: Tampa Bay, Toronto, Vancouver, Washington, and Winnipeg. So I'm going to roll through those for today's episode, episode 39. One more and I hit 40. Hell yeah. Also, I'm going to play a little game where you're going to have to, gotta trust yourself that you're not going to cheat. And I'll explain it when I get there. So we're going to start with the Tampa Bay Lightning. The Lightning, they're 6 years away, probably more like 7 or 8 years away from winning the Stanley Cup. When you got guys that can score like Steven Stamkos, you know your offense is there. They got the playmaker with Brett Connolly, just waiting for him to really evolve. Hopefully Ryan Malone can kind of kick it up a notch and notch 15 to 20 goals a year. Brian C. Louis has about 2 more years left in him. Vincent LeCavalier might not stay with the team, but really, the Lightning that have tools, like really good cast rolling players like Teddy Purcell, but they're just going to go within their organization. They have the young talent, and they got Ben Bishop in net. I think he is a star goaltender, and he's now going to get the opportunity with Tampa Bay, and he's going to make them into a Stanley Cup contender for years to come. On the defense, I look at Victor Hedman as a really good, strong defender. Offensive-wise, they don't have a lot of tools. Matthew Carl, but he really hasn't done too much to really put a lot of faith in. So Tampa Bay, they need to work on their defense a bit, so 6-7 years. Toronto Maple Leafs, I give them 9 years to win a Stanley Cup. I really like the up front. Guys like Phil Kessel, James Van Riemsdyk, Nazem Kadri is having a year to remember. Love their tough guys with Colton Orton, Leo Komarov. I really like his style of play. Guys like Nikolai Kulemin, he got to go, and Mikhail Grabowski, he's got to go. I like Joe Colburn's style a lot. I think he can be the #1 center. Tyler Bozak, hopefully they let him go and don't pay him more than $3 million per year, because he's a third-line center on every other team. So, but most people think that he's not. I mean, I guess Maple Leafs fans think it. On the back end, Dion Phaneuf, he's done wonders as captain for the Maple Leafs, and it goes unnoticed. Mark Fraser's having a career year. I guess you need Jake Gardiner to really contribute more offensively and defensively. But when you don't have confidence from your management, it's hard to have confidence in yourself. So that's probably taking him down a notch. They got good young defensemen waiting, guys like Morgan Riley, Matt Finn, Stuart Percy, Jesse Blacker. So the defense is looking pretty good from young prospects point of view. And I do like their up front, guys like Brad Ross and Greg McKegg. I'm waiting for those guys to really blossom to NHL stars. So 9 years, 8-9 years for the Maple Leafs. Vancouver Canucks, I'm going to give them 10 years just because they can't. The whole situation with Luongo, I don't know what's going to happen, if they're going to buy him out or not. Corey Schneider, he's a really shut down goaltender that he does a lot to help the team, but I don't think he's #1 goaltender. I still don't think so. I mean, I think they just have a really good up-front defensive forward lines, and that's what really helps them out a lot. Henrik, Daniel, the Sedins are just like one player. I mean, they're fantastic together. Ryan Kessler's one of the best defensive forwards in the game. Mason Raymond, he's having a better year than last year, and he just, I mean, they have offensive tools to really put the puck in the net, as well as shut down the top lines of the opposing teams. On the back end, Kevin Bieksa, Dan Hamhuis, I love those guys. Really good offensive guys with a little bit of grinder in them, and I like that about defense. Also, Jason Garrison, he's not doing what he did last year, and I think it's because he's not the #1 tool. So I think he's going to start really producing a bit more. No, I actually hope they re-sign Derek Roy, who they acquired during the trade deadline. I think he would be a very good asset for their team for years to come. The Washington Capitals, 4 years. I think Washington is just waiting for an explosion. Alexander Ovechkin, I ripped on him for the entire year, but the last 3 weeks he's just been the best player in the game, and he's in the Hart Memorial Trophy talk now, hands down, tied for leading goal scorer. Nicholas Backstrom, he's a great playmaker. They have good role guys like Joel Ward and Matthew Perreault. I'm waiting for Knutsev. He's a prospect. I'm just waiting for him to really get with Washington. I need him on because I think he would just really help them out a lot. Big time. Swear to God. On defense, they have guys like Carl Alsner and John Carlson who just block shots, contribute, taking bodies off the puck, put the puck in the net a couple times. Mike Green, ugh. He needs a change of scenery, and that's what it. Mike Green was the best offensive defenseman for 3 years. He just needs a change. And I love John Erskine. He just in your face, kick your ass style. I like that. Goaltending is going to be a problem because Braden Holtby and Michael Newvirth, they don't really know who's their starting goaltender. They're going back and forth. They don't have a goaltender that is really going to carry them, and they need to go with one, and that's like the same situation with Vancouver. And the last team, the Winnipeg Jets, 15 years for the Jets. Pavlak, he's a great goaltender, but I don't think he loves Winnipeg as an organization. I see him put in an effort, but I see him being lazy at times too, and that means he's not happy. Defensively, Dustin Byfuglien, Tobias Enstrom, Zach Bogason, and they got Jacob Trouba now. I think that's a great core defensively. They got great guys there that can score and help your goaltender out. Up front is where it's going to lag. Evander Kane, he has too much attitude for me, and I don't see him sticking around with Winnipeg no matter what contract he signs. Andrew Ladd, he's putting up fantastic numbers that I didn't think he could do at all. Blake Wheeler, he's another scoring option that's just really not scoring, and they're waiting for Mark Scheifele to really contribute, and he's taking a bit longer. So up front they're thin, and it's just they need those guys to really pot some goals. So that's it for all those teams, and I don't know if I missed anything for any of those. I mean, if you watched episode 38, part 1 and 2, and now this, if you think a team's closer or further away from winning the Stanley Cup, you let me know. So here's a fun little game. It's a great segment. What I'm going to do, I've picked 5 players from each of the 4 major sports. Ones that aren't household names. Some might be a bit known over others. What you're going to do right now, you're going to get a piece of paper and a pencil or a pen. It's okay, it doesn't need to be number 2. You can use a marker or a crayon or chalk if you want to use it on your driveway. It's okay. So what you're going to do, I'm going to name the players. You're going to write down all the players' names, and what you're going to do is you're going to pause the video. Alright, you're not going to cheat, you're going to pause the video. You're going to have 2 minutes to name the team that this player plays for. So this is where you don't want to cheat. I hate cheaters. I absolutely despise people that cheat, whether it be in games. I mean, steroids, it's a hard topic for me, but it's still cheating. If you're cheating to win, I hate that. So don't cheat. If you plan on cheating, you might as well not do it. I mean, I'm not going to know, so it doesn't even matter. But so I'm going to name the players. You're going to go through it. Then you're going to unpause the video. And I'm going to name the team that this player plays for, and you'll see how you did. For me, when I went through the list, for the ones that I knew played for these teams without actually looking through it, I actually went 16 out of 20. 4 of the players I didn't know were on this team. 2 were NFL, and that's usually where the players really are. It's hard for me to name the team that they play for. And 1, I thought he was on another team, and another I just had no idea. I had no idea. So we're gonna start it off. Remember, this is all about trust and playing fair, and that's what sports is about. So you gotta play fair for this. So we're gonna kick it off. I'm not even gonna tell you the sport, okay? Alexander Sulzer, S-U-L-Z-E-R. Do not Google this guy. Alexander Sulzer. Luke Kuechly. Stefan Matteau, David Ahlstrom, Cameron Wake, Tyson Strachan, Riley Smith, Marquise Colton, Jason Kipnis, Tyler Colvin, Doug Martin, Chad Henne, AJ Ellis, Andrew Kashner, Aaron Loop, Eric Bledsoe, Elton Brand, Sebastian Telfair, JJ Redick, and Norris Cole. So that's the 20 players, 5 from each of the 4 major sports. So pause the video right now. Did you pause it? Or are you Googling people? I bet you're Googling people. Pause it now. And I hope that you did exactly what you said you're going to do. You didn't cheat. That's what I'm hoping. And we'll see now if you got. Yeah, I hope you time watching. You didn't take much longer. You go through and hopefully you played fair. And that's what I like about sports. So we're going to start off. Alexander Sulzer. He plays for the Buffalo Sabres, formerly Vancouver Canuck. Luke Kuechly is Carolina Panthers. He won Defensive Rookie of the Year last year, or the year before, sorry. Stefan Matteau plays for the New Jersey Devils. He's a rookie. Cameron Wake, Miami Dolphins. David Ahlstrom, New York Islanders. Tyson Strachan, Florida Panthers. Riley Smith, Dallas Stars. Marquise Colton, New Orleans Saints. Doug Martin, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Jason Kipnis, Cleveland Indians. Tyler Colvin, Colorado Rockies. Chad Henne, Jacksonville Jaguars. AJ Ellis, Los Angeles Dodgers. Eric Bledsoe, Los Angeles Clippers. Elton Brand, the Dallas Mavericks. Andrew Kashner, San Diego Padres. Aaron Loop, Toronto Blue Jays. Sebastian Telfair, Toronto Raptors. JJ Redick, Milwaukee Bucks, my bad. And last, Norris Cole, the Miami Heat. So, if you went through this whole fun game, let me know what your scores were. I'm never going to know if you're cheating, so it doesn't even matter. They're not all in order when I went over them again. My bad. Doesn't matter. So that's it for today's episode. Hope you enjoyed my thoughts on how long it's going to take for NHL team to win the Stanley Cup, as well as this fun game if you know your players and your teams. Hopefully you do. But that's it for my brain, my heart, sports talk with Mike. The Colorado Avalanche won last night against the Anaheim Ducks, 4-1. I'm very happy about that because I don't want them to have the first overall pick because I don't want Seth Jones at all. Let's go Nathan McKinnon or Jonathan Drouin, either or. Either or. Doesn't matter. Either or. McKinnon.